Okay, let's talk about something you've definitely heard about: generative AI. It sounds super complicated, like a term straight out of a science fiction movie. But I promise, the basic idea is actually pretty simple. Imagine you have a super smart, incredibly creative friend. You can ask this friend to write a poem, draw a picture of a cat surfing on a rainbow, or compose a little song. This friend doesn't just find an existing poem or picture. It creates something entirely new, just for you, from scratch. That, in a nutshell, is what generative AI does. It's a type of artificial intelligence that doesn't just analyze data, it generates brand new, original content. Think of it like this. You've spent your whole life looking at pictures of cats and reading about surfing. If someone asks you to imagine a surfing cat, your brain mashes those two concepts together to create a new mental image. Generative AI works in a similar way, but on a massive, massive scale. It has been trained on a gigantic library of text, images, sounds, code from the internet. When you give it a prompt like, write a story about a friendly robot, it uses its vast knowledge to generate a completely original tale. It's not copying and pasting, it's creating, just like your brain does. The generative part is the key. You might be thinking, okay, cool concept, but where would I even see this stuff? The truth is, you're probably already using it every single day without even realizing it. Have you ever used the autocomplete feature on your phone or email that suggests the next word, or even the rest of your sentence? That's a simple form of generative AI at work. It has analyzed countless sentences to predict the most likely word you'll type next. Maybe you've played around with a photo filter that turns your selfie into a cartoon character or an old-timey portrait. A generative AI model is looking at your face, understanding its features, and then completely redrawing it in a new artistic style. It's generating a new image based on the input of your photo, like aging filters or hairstyle swaps. It's generating plausible alternate versions of you. Even your favorite streaming service might be using it when it recommends a movie and shows you a custom thumbnail image. It analyzes what kinds of images you've clicked on before and generates a thumbnail it thinks you'll be most likely to click. These small, everyday interactions are the quiet vanguard of the GenAI revolution, and it goes beyond just fun and games. When you use an online translation tool to understand a website in another language, you're using a sophisticated form of generative AI. It's analyzing meaning and nuance, then generating a natural sentence in the target language. From your texts to your photos to your movie nights, generative AI is already a quiet co-pilot in your digital life. It's super important to understand that generative AI is not just a new buzzword for AI. They are different things, like how a car is a specific type of vehicle, but not all vehicles are cars. For a long time, the most common type of AI we interacted with was analytical AI or discriminative AI. This type of AI is really good at making decisions or predictions based on data it's given. For instance, the AI that powers your email spam filter looks at an incoming email and decides, is this spam or is it not spam? It's making a classification. It doesn't write you a new email. It sorts the ones you get. Similarly, an AI that diagnoses diseases from medical scans finds patterns and classifies as healthy or abnormal. Generative AI, on the other hand, is the artist, the writer, the composer. While analytical AI answers, is this a picture of a cat? Generative AI answers, create a picture of a cat and a dog having a tea party. See the difference? One identifies, the other invents. Analytical AI is a critic reviewing the play. Generative AI is the playwright writing a new one. This creative capability is the fundamental distinction and the reason for the recent excitement. So when you see a self-driving car identifying a stop sign, that's analytical AI classifying an object in its path. But if you ask an AI chatbot to write a song about a self-driving car's adventures, that's generative AI. Both are sophisticated, but they have fundamentally different jobs. One understands the world as it is, the other imagines new worlds that could be. The excitement around generative AI is off the charts, and for good reason. The potential positive uses are, honestly, mind-boggling and could change everything. Imagine scientists asking an AI to generate new molecular structures to design life-saving drugs in a fraction of the time. That could speed up discovery significantly. Artists and musicians can use AI as a co-creator, helping break through creative blocks and generate novel ideas, melodies, visual styles. It augments human creativity, not just replaces it. In education, picture a personal tutor for every student, available 24/7. It could generate custom lesson plans, practice problems, and explanations tailored to each student's pace. This could democratize education and break down barriers of cost and location. The potential for good is truly immense. However, like any powerful tool, from the printing press to the internet, generative AI has a flip side. It has its own kryptonite. One big concern is the potential for misinformation. If this tech can create realistic-looking images, videos, text, deepfakes become easier to produce. It can be used to create convincing fake news or fraudulent content, which is a serious societal challenge. There are also important ethical questions about bias and ownership. Who owns AI-generated art? The prompt writer, the company, or the millions of artists used in training? These are complex issues we are just beginning to grapple with. You might be thinking, okay, I get it. It's a big deal. But I'm not a computer scientist. Why does this matter to me? The answer is simple. Because this technology will change the world the way the internet did. Understanding the basics helps you navigate that new world safely and effectively. Knowing what generative AI is, what it can do, and where its limits are, is becoming digital literacy. Spotting human-made versus AI-generated content will be essential. A stunningly realistic photo might not be real. Avoid misinformation by checking sources. Ask, where did this information come from? What was the intention behind its creation? If you're a student, use it as a research assistant to summarize topics or brainstorm. If you're a doctor, use it to assist diagnostics and research. If you're an artist, use it to experiment with new styles and ideas. If you're in trades, use it to visualize and streamline plans on site. Small business owners can generate marketing copy. Makers can speed up prototyping. If you just want to have fun, write a silly song or make a cool profile picture. Knowing how to use these tools is a new kind of superpower. Generative AI is a tool. Its impact depends on how we use it. Spend a few minutes to understand it. You're preparing for the future. So, to boil it all down, generative AI is a creative partner. It learns from human creativity and generates new outputs. Our words, our art, our music. Then it remixes and creates new versions. It's not thinking or feeling. It's an incredibly powerful pattern-matching machine, so good at recognizing patterns that it can replicate them. This is what's behind the explosion of AI tools we're seeing today. Learn the basics, what it can do, and where it falls short. It's part of digital literacy. Be curious, not cynical. Ask where content came from and who created it. Join public conversations about shaping this technology. We all have a stake. You don't have to be an expert. Be curious and stay informed. You're equipping yourself to make better decisions. You're becoming more creative. You're ready to join the conversation. Generative AI is a tool. Its impact depends on how we use it. If this helped, like and subscribe for more explainers. Thanks for watching.